community as an ally, so somewhat one foot in, one foot out. What can you see from the outside looking in about what we as a community perhaps need to do to empower you, to help you as an ally to drive that? Is it education? Is it, I don't know, giving you more insight about our lives? What is it? I'm just curious. When I always talk to allies is to understand their perception of our community.
I love that question.
And I'm sorry to throw you off
guard.
No,
I love that question, and I think I'd firstly say how generous the LGBT community has been to me in spending time educating me. And that's why I said before, I don't want to be a burden on other communities. I need to do the work myself to educate myself. But so firstly, thank you for the generosity of the community in taking time to talk to me and educate me. So I think in terms of then taking it further, I think there's something around a safe conversation. So I think certainly for me, perhaps more so a few years ago when I was just starting my journey as an ally, was, you touched on it earlier, is it safe to ask that question? I don't want to insult them or get it wrong, so I best not ask that question. But actually I really would like to know, and I'd like to educate myself. So it's and you said it earlier today that you'd rather somebody ask the question and were curious with the right intention than not ask that question at all. So I think it's about helping us feel safe that we can have that conversation and it's okay and actually you welcome it. So I think that's probably that's the piece that to keep doing that is really important.
I think that answer's great because it speaks to a sort of maybe a need for compassion in the sense that everyone is on a learning journey as far as other groups as far as diversity is concerned as well. I think it's I've heard the phrase recently about calling people in rather than calling them out. Mm-hmm. So calling out suggests singling someone out for doing something wrong. Calling them in suggests actually come here, let's have a conversation. And it is from a place of nobody has all of the right answers or anything like that. And I think that's a really great sort of way to put it back to the community as well, is just to understand that the terminology changes constantly as well, even within the community. I think
I'm still struggling to keep up, to
completely.
Be honest with you.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's one of those things that it's a sort of living, breathing sort of thing, culture in general, and I think that was a really good answer. Yeah.
And I love that phrase. I really like that sort of welcoming. We're in this journey together, and this is your part to play. And again, I think just being really clear on that, because again, probably 3-4 years ago when I really started to be more active, I thought, well, can I join that network group? I'm not part of that group, but can I join it because I want to find out more? And again, I was so pleased that I was welcomed in, and I'm on all the newsletters, and I join the webinars when I can, and I try and be as active as I can within those communities. And the fact that I'm welcomed in and I'm not excluded because I don't identify personally with that group, I think is brilliant.
And this for me is, in previous episodes we've talked, haven't we, about the intersectionality of the D&I spectrum. We are just one pocket of that very, very big community. So it's how do you engage or see yourself engaging with the whole range of topics? I know allyship could just be for our community, but in your view, is it allyship for a wider range? Women's leadership, the minority community, neurodiversity. I'm just keen to get your thoughts on the whole intersectionality.
Totally.
Spectrum.
I mean, for me, allyship it's about wanting equality for everybody, regardless of sexuality, but also race, gender, ethnic identity, religious identity, etc., etc. So it's about everyone having equality in the workplace. Is ultimately what it comes down to, isn't it? So yeah, for me, it's that simple. It's equality for all, regardless.